Welcome to Raven's Scare School, where I, Ghost Dragon, will be your host and act as instructor as we guide our brave student Purple Raven, or just Raven for short, through the terrifying world of horror games. But there's a catch. Raven won't know what game she'll be playing each day. That's right, each episode will be a surprise, carefully chosen to ease her into the scares while we slowly ramp up the intensity. Now, we're not throwing her into the deep end yet, at least not right away. This Scare School curriculum is designed to ease Raven into the world of horror, starting with the creepy and unsettling before we dive into the heart-pounding, nightmare-fuel territory. It's all about testing how she handles the fear as it gradually creeps in. Now, each episode, Raven will be evaluated on three key things: fear factor, how much did the game scare her, and how well did she manage those frights? Puzzle solving, can she think clearly and solve puzzles while under pressure? And survival skills, did she manage to make it through the horrors, or did the monsters get the best of her? And remember, Raven has no idea what's coming next, so her reactions will be as raw as it gets. Now, as we move forward, the scares will get bigger, the puzzles trickier, and the monsters, well, let's just say they'll be much harder to escape. From abandoned asylums to surviving against relentless creatures, Raven will be pushed to her limits, and I'll be here guiding her through it all. Will she keep her cool when the atmosphere is eerie and slow building? Or will she break down when we throw her into something like Resident Evil 7 Biohazard or Alien Isolation? Time will tell. But no matter what, it's going to be one thrilling and terrifying ride for all of us. So join me, Ghost Dragon, as we see how Raven fares through each terrifying lesson. She may not know what game she's playing next, but she'll find out soon enough. Welcome to Raven's Scare School. Let's see if she graduates with their nerves intact.
All right, so on tonight's episode, you will be playing the trial version of Dark Pictures Anthology Little Hope. So it's the second installment. You played Man of Medan yesterday. You will be playing Little Hope, but you are going to be playing just the trial version of it. So just as a note, you know, it's a little bit different in terms of how it gets started. It's, again, going to kind of skip the prologue part of it, which is very similar to the Man of Medan trial, that if we had done the trial instead of the full game yesterday, you would have been just straight on the boat, which would have skipped that prologue. So, but nothing really happens in the first half hour of that, so we had you play the full version. But
Okay.
in the trial version of Little Hope, you will get to some interesting stuff. So we won't have to worry about things being very, very boring for yourself and the viewers at home. So, all right, now what is Little Hope? Well, you and your group are stranded in the foggy town of Little Hope. You'll explore spooky areas and try to figure out the town's dark secrets. The demo sets up kind of this eerie atmosphere and introduces that decision-making mechanic that you kind of saw with Man of Medan. You'll be doing a little bit more of that. And then, again, all of that decision-making does impact the types of results that you will get. So you'll have to be mindful of your choices. It can update things like perceptions of other people, traits, different things like that, you know, positive and negative, etc. So again, that decision-making could actually change the outcome of the story depending on the choices that you make. So that's definitely going to be the main mechanic of this. The controls and the camera angles and everything like that are very similar to Man of Medan, so it should be fairly comfortable for you. But again, it's going to focus more on the actual decision-making. You'll see a lot more of those countdown timers. Again, that white that sort of starts to disappear as you're watching it. It's going to be one of those things where you have to kind of be quick on your feet about those decisions and maybe some of those reactions. Otherwise, that would count as a decision where you did nothing, and that could impact the outcome of the story. So again, that's what I want to stress on this one. Whenever you are ready, you're going to be clicking on that trial mode, and we'll get started. So new story. Yep. And again, this will be skipping the prologue of the main story. So this is going to be looking a little different to anybody else that might have seen the full version of Little Hope.
Okay.
The premise is that you are being dropped into the middle of like where you were on a bus and there's been a bus crash. So that's kind of all the background you really need for this point.
Okay.
But oh, it's actually going to show you at the beginning of it. Okay, I wasn't sure at what part it actually starts up. So this is the bus in question. So spoiler alert: there's going to be a bus crash. And the goal is going to be to get through as much of the trial version as possible. But at minimum, you have to survive 30 minutes. That's the goal for any of these early ones still, so.
Okay. I think my camera locked up.
Go ahead and turn off your camera and turn it back on and see if it resets it.
Okay.
I'll just pause here for a second. There we go.
There we go.
All right, so this is telling you the number of secrets that you've unlocked. There are 47 to unlock. So this is kind of your quote-unquote quest log in a way, your journal. You know, there are other kinds of terms that kind of help you with that. And you're going to be collecting items along the way. So you'll see that there are things like bearings, which is sort of those decision makings up at the top where it says secrets. If you use the arrow keys that are up there.
Bearings.
Yep. So if you click on bearings, it'll unlock as you start to have conversations with people and things like that. You'll notice that there is something that's locked. That's the bus driver. And then you also have pictures. So at some point, you'll be collecting items that are kind of photographs as the quote unquote evidence of what's going on in this town of Little Hope. So.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and hit the escape key and back on out. And I would say make sure you pay attention to what's going on in all of these cutscenes.
Okay.
There could be some clues.
There's a copper.
There is a copper.
Thanks for pulling over.
Sure. Something wrong?
We got a problem up ahead. A big accident. We've had to close the road.
Right.
We're diverting all traffic through Little Hope. You okay, buddy? You seem a little confused.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to get these folks to where they need to be.
I doubt a short delay will trouble them too much. Head up the East Road. Takes you straight through Little Hope. Adds almost no time to your journey.
Or does it?
Okay.
Oh, you know, small town. Not too many places to get through places.
Oh, it's those bridges. Those bridges are always...
I was going to say, if you've ever played like Friday the 13th, you'd be like, oh my god, it's that bridge! Make it for the bridge! If you go the other direction on the bridge, bad idea!
Like in Beetlejuice, they go through a bridge.
Yeah, that's true.
How long have you been sober?
Shy of 3 months.
Good job.
I heard the first 90 days are the toughest and roughest.
I know it doesn't add up, but I get something from holding on to this.
We're going the wrong way.
It's fine, just a quick detour.
It's not fine.
Calm down. It's all okay.
Oh, please, John, could you not patronize me?
Can you keep it down, please?
Little girl in the middle of the road.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night. And we've watched enough ghost videos to know that's weird.
Well, like I said,
Sus.
I did give you a spoiler alert that there will be a bus crash. So.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Oh, it does give you this part of it. Okay.
Stop it, James. You know I hate it when you don't take the things I say seriously.
Come on, sweetheart, I do. I just had a rough day today.
Can you believe they are at each other again? I can.
You're
I wasn't
drunk.
sure if it was going to give
What
you
a
this part.
surprise.
So.
I just caught
I'm glad
the
it's giving
game
you
with
this.
the guys, honey. That's it.
That's not it. Never is.
This is basically the prologue,
Some
so
of
you're
us
getting
may
this
be
too.
losing our jobs. The
You've been
factory.
saying that for years. I'm more worried about Megan.
What's wrong with Megan? She looks okay to me.
Everything looks okay after 10 beers. Reverend
She has a
Collins
point.
held her back after prayers today. That's 4 weeks running. She's not right. It's serious, James.
You worry too much about that kid. I can't deal with this right now.
Another surprise. You can't deal with anything. When would be the right time?
You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Getting yourself worked up for nothing.
For nothing? Single-handedly keeping our family together is
Family?
far from nothing in my book. I could use a little help.
Maybe if we'd had kids of our own, none of this would be happening.
That's a
Oh.
real low blow. Don't you get how tough
You're
this
not
is
the
for
only
me?
one feels pressure. The factory situation is serious, Anne. Real serious. Not right now. Not tonight. No way.
Cool.
And
album.
there are some well-known actors in this, so something to bear in mind.
Tanya's late. She always is these days.
Oh,
Your first decision.
Let's go with this one.
At least one of us is out having a good time. Give her a break.
It's him I'm worried about. That guy's no good for her. All that new age bullshit. Reminds me of some cult.
He came in last week. We shot the breeze a little bit. I like him.
That one's a classic. Legendary vinyl. Quit pawing at it, will you? Hey, Bigfoot, mind the goddamn vinyl, will you?
I'm trying to pick the indignant one.
Your mouse
there you
is
go.
the thing that.
Come on, man. Take some time off from being a dick and give her a break.
Okay, Mother Superior. Why are you always sticking up for her anyway?
Because she's a little kid? A creepy looking little kid, but a little kid.
Damn ice. I'm going to start climbing through the window unless that door gets fixed. How's things? Let me guess. He's been pumping iron again?
They've been at each other's throats since Dad got home.
What's it about this time?
He's
Dad's been drinking. Who could have guessed it?
They're always fighting these days. Getting predictable. Like a record that keeps playing over and over. Dennis, for the 10 millionth time, will you shift that shit of yours up into the attic?
Some respect. This is a valuable, rare, and sought-after collection. Think she was a Marine sergeant in a past life.
Looks like your camera went away.
yeah. He's being
Even more annoying than usual tonight.
Let's try to turn the camera back on. All right, there we go. Just hit escape. But you did start seeing something about the little girl, so.
So what else is new?
now, sis. I'm busy. Hey! Quit acting crazy!
Oh! Jesus. You scared me, sweetheart.
I heard you talking about me.
Not now, Megan. I'd like to have a bath in peace. Take a break from this madhouse for a while.
May have been a poor parenting decision.
I guess we'll find out. We'll find out just how bad of a parenting decision.
What are you gonna do with the key? Oh, you're gonna lock her in?
Maybe you should talk to Mom and Dad.
It's not a great idea for me to get involved. You know what I'm like? I just upset someone.
They sounded more serious than the usual bullshit. They were talking about Megan. She's done something bad.
I can't say I'm surprised. There's definitely something off with Megan.
I don't get why everyone keeps picking on her.
Okay, Mr. Shining Knight in Armor. Where's the little princess anyway?
Probably better to leave Megan alone.
As her big sister, it is my sworn legal duty to check in on her.
Right, sure. Like you're the law around here. She went upstairs.
I'll go find her.
This is going to be your first opportunity to pick up something. So left click to pick up.
And then
you can move it around with the mouse. You can even shake it.
Okay.
Again, just a little practice on things you can pick up.
Yeah.
Cole scores his second goal of the game so far as he picks up the puck off Teddy Greenspan and fires his second shot.
In time with the heartbeat.
Cheever's legs when he's about 6 inches off the ice, and Cheever started to go down. The right back to Brian Watson. He pulls and is blocked by Green on a big play, and out comes Boston. Here's a lead pass, Edison in alone. He drives, and Rutherford saves. Coming up 15 feet to break it up.
You need to keep an eye on your little sister. Mom is real worried about her.
Tanya's checking
It's
in.
okay, Dad. Tanya's checking on her right now.
You want to try raising a family like this? The devil himself would struggle with you guys.
What's so bad about any of them? I mean, okay, clearly she's a little creepy, but... Okay, so move to a location.
You can probably try the arrow keys. I'm not sure if, like in the full game, you can use the arrow keys. I'm not sure if it's limiting you to the mouse.
No, it's mouse.
Okay.
But you kind of have to wait for the footprint things to show up. There we go. Okay. I thought I saw something. Yeah, examine. Thank you. Pick up.
Perfect distraction from this madhouse.
Still not sure what makes it a madhouse. It's like 3 teenagers that... oh, hold on. So... Yeah. Still...
Oh, your camera locked up. Did you turn it off and turn it back on again? There you go.
Okay. Escape. Yeah, escape. Okay. What else can I look at? Examine that one. New England witch trials.
That's interesting.
Okay. The bus driver had some kind of magic ebook too.
Did he?
He did. It was like the magic of the wild or something.
Interesting. Wonder if that might come up.
A tire swing. Let's go outside and play.
It's
Maybe
snowing.
Okay,
I think
put
you've
on
probably
boots and
explored
hats.
everything that. I think you've probably explored everything in this room.
Okay, so I need to get out somehow. Okay, so
Maybe through the door?
yeah. Let's see, where else can we go?
Anthony, where are you, goddammit? Anthony, I'm getting really pissed off! Anthony, I swear if you don't answer me...
You could be right about my family. I think so too.
Tanya, what's going on?
That little brat locked me out. It's fucking freezing!
I'll let you back in. Go easy on Megan. Hold on. Shit! Megan! You in there? The kitchen's on fire!
Are you fucking serious?
Megan? Mom? Where the hell is everybody?
Anthony! Help!
Anthony! Hey! Up here!
What the fuck are you doing up there?
I got trapped in the attic.
Get to the balcony!
Anthony, help!
I can't breathe!
Who you helping?
Tanya, hold on! I gotta get Megan out!
think your camera's off again. Like, your camera's off. We're not seeing your reactions. There we go. Not sure why your camera... Oh, now your microphone's not working. Oh, I heard you a second there.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. My reactions were a lot of that. So we're back on the same page now.
Yep. Pretty surprising, huh?
I was wondering if it's realistic for fire to spread that fast. I honestly don't know.
I mean, it's in the 70s where everything was lead paint and asbestos, so
everything's extra flammable.
I'm not sure about parquet floors, but you know, you never know.
Yeah.
Might have been a wooden floor that was just covered in lacquer. All right, I'm gonna mute the intro here for a second.
Okay.
Just because that intro music is awfully loud.
Loud, yeah.
So you're technically at what will be the 30-minute mark once we get through this, but do you want to play on through the rest of the trial? There's not much more, but I feel like it might be a good use of your time to play through the rest of it.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Okay. I don't think you have any problem surviving the first 30 minutes for sure, but it's more like probably a 45-minute
oh, okay.
thing. Might be a little longer. I haven't seen the trial in a little bit, so it's hard to tell what they've included and what they haven't included. So, worst case scenario, it's not more than an hour.
Okay.
So again, just like we saw in Man of Medan, this is the same intro. It's the same person that is involved with it. So this is kind of the running theme for a lot of these games for sure. And again, it's very story based. Again, it's more from the premise of like an interactive movie, but not quite the old quick time event type things from the past. So. But let's go ahead and listen to him. Let me turn the stream volume back up.
And welcome back.
He looks like a young Sean Bean.
Yeah, he does kind of.
Different to the last.
Is he gonna die?
Probably not likely. Not as likely as Sean Bean, that's for sure.
Well, there you go.
Disconcerting, no? I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. This particular story isn't fully fleshed out. It's only part written, and the choices you make will complete it. The fire. No, there was nothing you could have done about that. What's happened has happened. Or has it? Anyway, look to the future, I say. Life's but a walking shadow, eh? You are about to enter a confusing, perhaps disturbing world. How disturbing might depend on what you choose to believe, and how confusing on the path you choose to take. There are an infinite number of directions in which one could travel. We seldom have all the information that we'd like, but we have to choose our path nonetheless, and hope that we get the clarity and the outcomes that we want. As in life, your decisions will matter. The choices you make will affect others. You've seen how the story starts. So much death. How many more deaths is entirely up to you. It depends on the decisions that you make. What are you? Rational? Emotional? Do you trust your head or your heart? There is no right answer. Sometimes one is best and sometimes the other. My advice, for what it's worth, is to thine own self be true.
Hamlet didn't say that.
But I'm here simply to record what you do, not to help you. I'm not supposed to interfere, you see. Not my place, apparently.
Ooh, he's a little bitter.
But I am
Salty.
apparently allowed to share wise words from great storytellers that have gone before, where I feel that that would be appropriate. Oh, one final thing before I let you go. There are pictures in Little Hope that will, if found, show you a vision of a possible future, something that may or may not happen. Use them. They might help you. You have a funeral to attend. Off you go. Have fun.
At a funeral?
Hmm?
I hope not.
Enjoy a good funeral.
Unless it's a New Orleans funeral, then that should.
Well, yeah, that's a little different. This is the aftermath of the fight.
Okay.
None of us here today can understand why this tragic accident happened. But we can take comfort from the knowledge that the family are together for eternity in God's loving embrace.
Are we zapping back to present day?
Maybe.
Who's this dude? This is the dude that ran into the fire and died. What the heck?
Is it? Looks like one of the guys that was in the bus crash to me.
Yeah, it does look like a bus crash. Yeah. Oh, that's the end of the...
That's it, I guess. They changed up what the trial version was like, but that's basically it. So I guess there's not too much on the super spooky, but it does open up some questions for you.
It does, and it makes me interested to play the rest of the game, so that's cool.
All right, so how'd you like that one?
Except for the fact that the little girl is creepy and dies, all good.
Yeah, definitely a little interesting.
Creepy children are probably like an Achilles heel for me. So, I mean, obviously they're gonna happen in horror, and I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has some interesting notes to it. With the full game, you definitely start having more of an investigation. So I've seen versions of the trial version, like the demo version of this, where you actually do a little bit more in Little Hope, where you don't really see much in the way of the fire and everything like that. You just start at the bus crash. Oh. So that's why I was like, that's kind of the approach that I thought you were going to have with this one. So, you know, we didn't really get, you know, too into all of the spooky stuff, but if you're interested in doing a full playthrough, we can certainly put that on the docket. And again, let us know in the comments if you'd like to see the full version of Little Hope, because it's definitely an intriguing YES, yes. It's definitely a fun game. I like the Dark Pictures Anthology just because, again, it's kind of one of those. I like it when your choices matter, because I feel like anytime you're doing just like an RPG game or something like that, where, you know, it really doesn't make that much of a difference if you pick decision A or decision B, or if you know, take forever to accomplish a goal or finish a quest or something like that. I feel like it's very immersion breaking, and I prefer to have things where your decisions matter, and that's definitely the Dark Pictures Anthology for sure. That again, there's some interesting stuff that happens with your decisions for sure, and I like that the decisions you make also update traits and how people perceive you. So it's kind of like if you make a decision that, you know, makes somebody mad or something like that, then, you know, their opinion of you is probably going to drop. And, you know, again, likewise, if you make a decision that makes people happy, you know, they might have a higher opinion of you and things like that. So it's an interesting mechanic, and I really enjoy games like that, and I thought maybe you would enjoy that as well. So and again, it's much more story driven than it is, you know, just blood, guts, and gore everywhere. So it's you know, definitely some gory moments and some very shocking moments. But again, kind of dipping a toe into that intensity without having to dive headfirst just yet. So, all right. Well, with that, we are wrapping up our next episode of our Raven Scare School. Raven's doing pretty well, keeping it together, not too spooky. Again, we're still kind of in the training wheels portion of the curriculum, but before too long, you'll definitely be diving into some really intense stuff. So, see how you do.
Okay.
All right. With that, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
And that's another lesson complete at Raven Scare School. Today, Raven faced her fears head on, tackling whatever horrors came her way, whether within her own mind or with jump scares and horrible beasts coming at her. Whether she overcame the challenge or had a few close calls, every experience is bringing her one step closer to mastering the art of survival horror. We tested Raven on her fear factor, puzzle solving, and survival skills, and I've got to say, she's making some serious progress. But how do you think she did? Let us know what you thought of her performance down in the comments. Next time, Raven won't know what's coming, but the scares will only get more intense as the school curriculum winds on. Will she rise to the occasion, or will the fear finally get the better of her? Only one way to find out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can follow Raven's journey through Scare School. And as always, stay spooky, and we'll catch you next time. Geek out and game on.